Welcome to Bill Moore Reacts. We're about to jump right into it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. This video is about P. Diddy. We're going to jump right into it. I strongly believe that the route that Diddy took was because he was raised in a single parent home. I don't really know the details of how his mom was, but basically I Googled did Diddy grow up in a single parent home, and what it says is he was raised by his mother after his father was murdered in 1974. Combs grew up in Mount Vernon, New York, and attended Catholic boys' school in the Bronx, which is kind of a little conspicuous, seeing the whole thing surrounding the Catholic Church and molestation and stuff like that. I'm not saying that none of that played into the things that's going on. I'm just putting that out there. So I strongly believe that was the issue. I don't know if his mom eventually married or if there was another man, but I know that a lot of his feminine tendencies came from probably only seeing one side of the coin, so to speak. And this is all allegedly. Let's jump into some video.
He told me he should have saw this coming with Cassie and the way he treated women when he slapped his mother. And I was like, he did what?
Oh, how dare this nigga told me he want receipts? Let's start with your mother. Your mother got the receipts, nigga. Thing is in your mother's name. That's the one who got the receipts. What's up, Mom?
Good, baby. I'm good with you. I love you.
I love you too.
Gene Deal has shared some revealing information about Diddy and his mother, Janice. He disclosed that Diddy had been physically aggressive towards his mother in the past. Rumors have circulated suggesting that Janice might
That nigga glad he wasn't my brother. I would have beat his ass if he put his hands on my mama.
have been involved in dubious activities, potentially exploiting young women. A re-emerged video featuring Diddy's former artist, Mace, implies that Janice might possess evidence incriminating Diddy.
This is the part of why he do the things that he do to women, bro. Because if you do that type of thing to your mother, I heard him curse his mother.
This raises questions about the nature of their relationship and its potential influence on Diddy's behavior. Diddy has faced serious allegations over the years, including assault, exploitation, and trafficking. Many are trying to understand the origins of Diddy's actions, speculating whether his upbringing or inherent nature is responsible. Some suggest that Janice's intense ambition for Diddy to succeed might have influenced her tolerance of his aggressive behavior. Diddy's early life was marked by tragedy, with his father, Melvin, being killed when Diddy was just 2 years old. Janice, a former model turned teacher's assistant, was deeply devoted to Diddy, often overshadowing her relationship with her daughter, Keisha. Despite their close bond, recent revelations have raised concerns about the values and lessons Diddy might have learned from Janice. The claims about Janice's involvement in organizing events potentially exploiting young women have added another layer of complexity to the situation. These allegations
Wow, I had never heard this. This is pretty interesting.
if true, further raise questions about the influence Janice might have had on Diddy's treatment of women. Recent legal challenges against Diddy have intensified these concerns, especially considering he has 4 daughters. In summary, the information shared by Gene Deal has sparked discussions about the dynamics between Diddy and Janice and their potential impact on Diddy's behavior. The allegations against Diddy and Janice have led to widespread speculation about the origins of Diddy's actions and the nature of their relationship. When Diddy was merely 2 years old, his father Melvin was fatally shot while inside his car on Central Park West. The case remains unsolved, but there are theories suggesting Melvin might have been targeted due to his alleged role as a police informant. Meanwhile, Janice Combs showered her affection on Diddy, seemingly more than on her daughter, Keisha. Diddy has always publicly acknowledged his close bond with his mother, expressing gratitude for her guidance in his speeches. Yet, given the serious accusations against Diddy, many are left wondering about the values and teachings Janice imparted to him. Rumors suggest that some of Diddy's controversial behaviors may have been influenced by Janice. Contrary to claims about her modeling career, there's scant evidence to support it. Instead, whispers suggest that Janice might have been involved in organizing events that purported to be fashion shows, but were possibly fronts for connecting young women with questionable individuals. There are even unverified reports suggesting that a serious incident involving a minor at one of these events led to its shutdown, although Janice was not formally charged. If these rumors hold any truth, it raises questions about the environment in which Diddy was raised.
Wow, this gets deep. I don't even want to dive too much more into this because, I don't want to uncover or speculate about something about a black woman, a single parent mom that possibly did the best that she could under the circumstances. But damn, I didn't even know Diddy's father had got killed, that he was a potential informant and got set up. That's crazy. Let's dive a little bit deeper. Let's go into Diddy's raid, the raid of his 2 mansions. But I just, how all of this correlates is insane.
First up, the story everyone is talking about today. The feds raided homes in Los Angeles and Miami that belong to rap mogul Sean P. Diddy Combs. And tonight we hear those raids are linked to possible sex trafficking. A criminal defense attorney will share his perspective in a moment. But first, here's the latest on the situation unfolding on 2 coasts.
I was shocked. I was taken back. I was really shocked. I mean, I never even expected this to happen.
More people coming out. Who's this guy? Yeah, they're all kind of dressed
Definitely
alike.
shocking and hectic out here in Holmby Hills at one of Sean Diddy Combs' homes. We were first on scene as it all unfolded. We came right in the middle of the convoy of about 40 undercover law enforcement vehicles before they even put up the crime scene tape. The Department of Homeland Security making a big bust, officers say, in connection to a sex trafficking investigation. While it was all happening, investigators were also raiding his home in Miami. Homeland Security has not yet released details or named Diddy as the focus of the investigation. The 20-year-old Ryan Mendelsohn, he's lived nearby his whole life, and he often visits his best friend just a few doors down.
But I've seen maybe once a week girls lingering outside. I drive by a lot, and I see that a lot of girls, maybe 5 or 6 girls outside, some leaving, some not, some going in, black Suburbans. Never know. I never thought anything of it, but now this is crazy. I mean,
as we broke word on scene and from Skyfox, Mapleton Drive near Sunset and Beverly Glen became a madhouse. And as more Bearcats and undercover cops pulled in, so did the swarms of onlookers, even a celebrity tour bus.
We all have to keep our minds open to what's going on here.
Well, this is from Brooklyn, though. Leave Puffy alone, man. Y'all crazy.
There are a lot of questions tonight, including Diddy's whereabouts. TMZ is reporting he was seen at a high-end executive airport in Miami pacing while the raids were going on. Today, I spoke with criminal defense attorney Bayoji Akingbola of the Akingbola law firm to gain more perspective on this situation. Obviously, this is a crazy case. We have Homeland Security raiding multiple homes of P. Diddy at the same time. What does that tell us?
Well, for one, in order for Homeland Security to even be able to enter into someone's home, that means that there was a federal court judge who signed off on a search warrant to search for the home, which means that at the very least there's probable cause to indicate there's some reason to believe that there's an evidence of a federal crime inside those 2 households.
And I know they've hit Miami, Los Angeles, and we saw some of his sons in handcuffs. That doesn't necessarily mean they're being arrested, though, right?
Yes, absolutely not.
Let me put this out there, right? To all black men that are in the industry, music industry, in high-ranking positions in business, you cannot do the same thing that these Caucasians are doing. We are in a racist society. Now, I'm only saying that because do I think Diddy is innocent? Hell no. Do I even respect the way that he was moving? No, if he's done these things, I don't respect that. But what I'm saying is we know that this exists in white culture. So many white men, rich, white men are doing the same thing. They're not going after them. They're only targeting black entrepreneurs. And I'm just letting y'all know, even Epstein, the way that went down, none of that rolled out the way that this did. Or the situation with Bill Cosby. If that was Epstein, he would have never went to jail because they didn't even have anything on Bill Cosby and they locked him up. I'm just letting y'all know, man, that this is the society that we're in. And like I said, I'm not defending anybody, but what I'm saying is this is a racist judicial system and a society that we live in. There's a double standard, and this shit is wicked.
It could be some form of detainment, especially when you're involving law enforcement officers entering into a household. That's a lot of unknown variables. They want to make sure that they're safe. So if there's people that happen to be inside the home, you want to make sure that they're detained and secured so the officers can do their job freely without any concern of anything happening while they're conducting their search.
And of course, we haven't heard or seen Diddy at all in any of these raids.
Well, we haven't heard or seen Diddy in these raids, but I think it's important to look at the history of how we got here. There have been several civil lawsuits detailing accusations of human trafficking, the use of illicit drugs, non-consensual sex with those sex workers. And it appears that it seems as though federal law enforcement officers have been paying attention to those lawsuits and want to do some poking around to see if there's any evidence that these accusations actually give rise to federal crimes.
And of course, when you look at civil lawsuits, you think it's civil, but federal investigators or law enforcement simply can't ignore, you know, these major allegations of sex rings and drug trafficking. So they had to take some action.
Absolutely, and we're seeing this trend where civil lawsuits are giving.
That's not true. Look how long they took to go after Epstein, and because he has so much stuff on so many high-ranking members of Congress and political members and businessmen, I wouldn't be surprised if Epstein was on an island somewhere with a facelift. I don't think he's dead, to be honest.
Rise to criminal investigations. We've seen that with Jeffrey Epstein. We've seen that with Harvey Weinstein. We've seen that with R. Kelly. Where there's smoke, sometimes law enforcement officers believe there's fire. And based upon some of the empirical evidence, sometimes that happens to be true. So it appears that, you know, this is a very well-known person. He's well-known in Hollywood. So this is going to be a big case for federal law enforcement officers.
Now, we got here, or it began with Cassie Ventura, the ex-girlfriend, right?
Yes.
What happened in that case when she filed a civil lawsuit, not criminal?
So she filed a civil lawsuit detailing that she was sometimes forced to have sex with sex workers while being drugged. And as soon as that lawsuit came out, they quickly settled. That's not an admission of guilt, but certainly there was reason to settle. After that happened, there was a string of other lawsuits that came out. At least 3 other women also made similar accusations of having sex with sex workers, being drugged. And that led to the most bombshell case, which was actually by a former producer on Diddy's album, The Love Album. His name was Rodney Jones. And he not only made those accusations, but
bro, that is some freaky shit. Like, no way. You see how beautiful Cassie is, man? It's crazy. I mean, it's some sick individuals, man, because there's no way I'm going to take my girl, you know, a girl that I profess to have love for, and allow her to sleep with another man in front of me, and that turns me on. That is some psychotic shit, bro. Like, I don't know what drugs this cat, if this really happened, you know, I don't know the facts. I'm just, all of this is allegedly, right? But if that really took place, this is a sick-minded individual. And a lot of this ties back into, like I said, not having a father there. You know, him going to this Catholic school and we knowing that they be, some allegations have come out about the Catholic Church that are despicable. So it's weird when you don't have that side of the coin, that male aspect you know, because that creates the balance that allows you to be able to, you know, be mentally healthy and do well-balanced things. And so this is insane. If that really happened, man, that dude is thrown off for real.
But he also had his form of receipts. Now, we don't necessarily know if those receipts are accurate. They haven't been proven in court. Right. But he provided pictures in his lawsuit detailing that P. Diddy and his children, his sons, were having sex parties with underage sex workers, that oftentimes people were drugged, that he himself was drugged and woke up in the bed of sex workers and Diddy, detailing that P. Diddy usually would record these incidents, which is another reason why law enforcement officers may be interested in looking into these homes. Sexual assault cases can be very difficult to prove. Human trafficking cases can be difficult to prove. And the way law enforcement officers typically try to prove those cases is by looking into cell phone data, video footage. In the lawsuit, which was a 75-page lawsuit, Mr. Jones detailed that P. Diddy often would record these acts on his own cell phone, as well as hidden cameras throughout the house.
So do we think an arrest is anytime close or soon, or are they just gathering evidence at this point?
At this point, it's too soon to speculate as to whether or not anyone will be arrested. This seems to be an investigatory measure. If there is enough evidence in those homes, then certainly we could expect an arrest sometime down the road.
Mayday, Mayday. Every damn day is a payday. Shorty bad, slay, rockin' Fendi boots in the day. Slay, yeah. She gon' get money like it's payday. That bitch, stay rich, only gon' shop at Saks Fifth.